Now, one of the things that you will know about NEO right now is that, look, since NEO turned to profitability, institutional investors have been coming in and loading onto the stock. I mean, right now, right this very moment, as I'm doing this video, you will notice that, look, since the beginning of this year, in fact, since the end of last year, the institutional investors have been coming in and buying more of the NEO shares. And this is because, you know, in Q4 of last year, NEO hit profitability. In Q1 of NEO maintained non-GAAP profitability, and that makes the NEO investors or institutional investors to be attracted to the stock, right? I know share price, this does not make sense, that obviously now you get to see institutional investors maintaining or coming in and buying the NEO stock, but yet the stock price has been going down. Institutional investors like HSBC increased their holdings in Q4 by 48%, and for large investors this was a strategic move on Q4 catalyst. And apparently some of the investors, of course, were expecting NEO to maintain GAAP profitability in Q1, which did not come, but nonetheless non-GAAP profitability was maintained. NEO was the only company besides Tesla, only the EV stock company that maintained non-GAAP profitability, but the market still chose to punish more NEO than the other companies. I mean, if right now, if you have to go and check the valuation of the EV stocks out there in the market, you will notice that, look, NEO, it is valued lower than Xpeng, lower than Leoro, lower than Rivian, and it has become so unjustified because, look, especially knowing that in Q1, NEO is the only company that got non-GAAP profitability besides Tesla. You and me can agree that it was supposed to be valued more. So institutional investors onto NEO, look, they've been coming in to buy NEO. They've upgraded NEO. I mean, Goldman Sachs just recently, I think 2 weeks ago, came in and increased their buy rating and and moved their sentiment from neutral to buy, increasing their price target to $7 onto NEO, my dear friends. And that tells you that they see that the NEO that we are seeing now is very much different from the NEO we were seeing in the previous months or previous years, and therefore that this one, it is making them to even change, and therefore to investors, which is a very good thing. I know, it does not look like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, especially just looking at the share price. But my dear friends, I'm telling you, we are going to be rewarded. I mean, NEO stock, it's one of these stock that in Wall Street, unfortunately, in Wall Street, it is owned by, of course, or it's also owned, majority of it is also heavily owned by retail investors like you and me. I think the proportions as they stand, it's around 49% of the overall NEO stock or NEO shares, outstanding shares in the market, are owned by institutional investors, whilst retail investors own 40% and other investors own 9%, whilst insiders only own 2%. This is what the current ownership breakdown of NEO looks like for now. And therefore, look, there will be some panic there and there, but I'm telling you things will align better. Someone was saying, look, it is because institutional investors are not, even though they are having 49%, they are not having a full control of the stock, the movement of the stock, because retail still owns 40%, meaning that when they see, most of retail see the stock price just falling down, they get to be so scared and they easily sell their shares, and selling their shares will cause the stock price to fall down. And look, big financial institutions, in as much as some of these guys will go in and buy the shares that are being sold by institutional investors, it just becomes a lot. There's more sellers than buyers, and look, you get to see the situation like we are seeing right now. But let me tell you something that is going to be a very, very good wake-up call to the retail investors that are especially selling their stock. Q2 earnings is coming up. Date is yet to be confirmed by NEO. I'm telling you, those earnings NEO is going to show not only to the institutions or to the institutional investors, but also retail investors are going to see why NEO is a key player, or why NEO is a must-have, must-own stock in the market right now. Why NEO? It is the most undervalued stock in the market right now. They are going to see that, and I'm telling you, like what we usually see, they are going to come back again, flooding in onto the NEO stock. Because right now, just tell me one good reason why the NEO stock price has been falling. No one knows, no one can explain that. I mean, yes, NEO quarter one, even though they did not get a net profit after everything, big profitability based on GAAP standards, right? They still maintained non-GAAP profitability, and that is supposed to count for something, especially that the very same thing Lucid could not get it, Rivian could not get it, Leoro could not get it, and Xpeng could not achieve it. My dear friends, that should account for something. But again, because NEO is the biggest threat in China, obviously it will receive the most punishment, right? The market will be aggressive more to it, because they know the kind of a company NEO is. They know its potential. They know where it's headed, right? So it will take the biggest whip. But not to worry, my dear friends. Quarter two earnings are coming. Once again, NEO is going to prove to the market that the NEO that you see today, the NEO that you see right now, it's very much different from the NEO you were seeing in the previous years, which that, my friends, it's something that I look forward to. NEO has not given out the date for Q2 earnings, but I'm telling you, the day that those earnings will come, it is going to be lights out. This coming Saturday, we are going to get the deliveries for NEO for the month of July. And there, right there on Saturday, I'm telling you, we are going to see something that, of course, we never really thought it would come this early. But don't want to jump the gun. Let me leave this one here. I'll see you on the next one. That is all from me, and God bless you all.